presento a vos y a tus bandas de embusteros que dicen que rapero yo no soy, pero bueno, eso me huevo. Sé que sí hay dinero, es porque el imán soy yo. Igual nunca digo nada, siempre fui como un robot, un caballo que mira para adelante sin error. No maldito quejoso, molesta como un bocón que no acepta que haya.
Everyone is in their seats here at the... Wells Fargo Center as the 76ers look to grab a win here in Philadelphia. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Last game for the Nets, a loss to the Golden State Warriors. Pass to Embiid. An easy 2 points on the layup. Well, we expect to see sparks flying down in the paint tonight. Greg, a couple of very talented centers matching up head-to-head in this one.
But with the way the game is played today, we could see them battling at the arc. Modern bigs make their presence felt now all over the floor.
Bridges for three. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Doc Rivers gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said a primary concern is to prevent those easy three-point looks from outside. He said closing out hard on the shooters is going to be the key. If they don't bother the shooters, he said, it's going to be a very long 4 quarters. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that three-point shot. High post, Embiid. The layup missed.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
When Joel Embiid entered the NBA, many questioned if he would be able to overcome the devastating injuries.
Well, you know, he didn't play his first 2 years in the league. Those questions were fair to ask. I mean, is this guy ever going to get on the court? But once he did, oh my, a monster. I've not seen a big guy do the stuff Joel Embiid can do. It's actually insane.
The 76ers again can't hit it.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Claxton. A second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there. You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
Good hustle. Right there. I love that effort. Just a little late in the act.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Harden left side. Embiid. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Pass to Simmons. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
The interior game of Simmons is rock solid. When he gets a matchup he likes, he knows exactly how to exploit it.
Here's Embiid. Misses from short range.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Here's Claxton. Can't hit from in close.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target. And for the Nets, it's been a whirlwind last couple of years. Assembling a super team, and before you knew it, it fell apart. But this franchise has been back from the ashes before, so don't write off that front office just yet.
Gets one to fall, but only a second make in the first 7 attempts.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, Jordy. Magic Johnson, Oscar Robertson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
Boy, Harden's got such a tremendous feel for the game and sees the whole court. He's a really slick creator.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Watch out now. The process is at work.
Here's Simmons, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Embiid.
Hey, there's no denying the direction in Philly. They want to win now. The Sixers have an attitude coming from their front office that they want to get it done now, and I like seeing that.
Now here's Harden. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
All Harden needs is a little separation. Once the screen comes his way, he's looking to pull up.
Simmons inside. To the paint. Here's Finney Smith. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Embiid. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Love the way Embiid knows how to play with force down low, which in turn makes the defense get physical with him.
And Embiid drops them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights for Brooklyn. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is hit.
The Nets, 13.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And Philadelphia calls time here. The Nets with the lead. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Thomas gets a wide open look. A 3-pointer, no good. And it's Harden with the ball for the 76ers. It's to Dedmon. Philadelphia moving the ball around. A miss that time would have put him up. And here are the Nets. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. It's stolen. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Harden with the stop.
Boy, that was a masterful read from the talented Harden. I mean, he's at his best when he's attacking in the open court. Nobody better.
To the middle. Here's Sharp. Dedmon with the block. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. In the corner, it's Harris. Harden with it. And the jam by Harden.
Boy, the slam from the beard. Elevating a little bit. James can go from 0 to 100 pretty quick for a guy this size.
Pass to Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
Hey, guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. We'll keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
And the accepted wisdom is role players tend to play better at home than on the road. I've always wondered, Clark, how does that affect them more than stars?
You know, I don't know if I actually buy into that. I do think there's a comfort level when you're at home. I think it's always a little more pressurized to be the home team because you have some additional distractions. Typically, role players are a little more inconsistent overall just based on their particular positions, but that's why you don't call them stars. You call them role players.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Back to Maxey. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Maxey.
Yeah, and I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
And last season, the Nets were a favorite to win it all. But, Greg, a first-round sweep by the Celtics proved a very rude awakening.
And Kyrie missing so many games. How about Harden wanting out? Hard to build chemistry and continuity. That has to be the focus moving forward. That's the kind of D they need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Puts the move on. And Embiid finishes inside. Embiid got the lead up to 3 now for the 76ers.
You know, every year Embiid seems to kick his scoring up just a notch. I think he realizes how dominant he can be.
Here's Harden. Out of hand on it. Up top, Simmons. He's got 11. Johnson outside. Bridges outside. Down low. Stolen by Harden. That's tipped. And they'll keep possession. Here's Harden on the wing. He's looking for Embiid and finds him. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
They now take the lead. And the Nets lead by 2.
Good awareness by Simmons. He's so good at reading the defense and finding the shooter and setting him up perfect.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
Here's Claxton. Misses in close. Now the 76ers with it. To the inside. Here's Embiid. It's tipped. Here's Claxton. And Harden comes to help. Outside for Simmons. Here's Claxton. Goes back up. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
That's a nice soft touch from Embiid. Well, he's so smooth for a guy of his size. Scoring inside for him looks effortless.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Nets. They lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And the 76ers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Back to Simmons. Driving to the basket. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Claxton. Shoots over Embiid. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And Harden with the stop.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Claxton, no good. And so Harden will bring it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 1. Well, Greg, what can you say about Joel Embiid's growth from a leadership perspective? Pretty impressive, isn't it?
Tremendous, Kevin. Carrying the Sixers with everything they went through, even though he came in second in MVP voting 2 years in a row. No player more important to his team than Joel Embiid.
Here's Embiid. Blocked again. And now the fast break. Bridges with the ball. Pass to Claxton. And the jumper from down low is good. Claxton's got 7.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the help.
Embiid with it. From down in the low post, it goes.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. Now, Tobias Harris has been the leading scorer on teams in the NBA, but on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press for looks. The ball's going to flow how it flows, and I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way. That's what winning basketball is all about. Kevin?
David, thank you. Pass to Sharp. Embiid with the steal. Here's Harden. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. Even then, it's just not a good play.
Just to Dinwiddie. Embiid comes with a double team. Here's Sharp. Sweet move. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. He's got 6. Guys, close one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And then Sharp with the dunk.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Well, certainly, Clark, the 76ers, the past few seasons, have given their fans plenty to feel good about.
Yeah, and you know, those Philly fans are really hard to please. They have great expectations and knowledge to go along with it. But you're right. I mean, it's been much easier to look on the bright side in Philly recently. The talent and results have been trending up in recent years.
Stolen by Tucker. Harden with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. Embiid inside.
It's almost unbelievable how fluid Embiid is at his size. And his aggressiveness to boot, I mean, that really forces defenses to compromise a bit when they defend him.
He hits both from the stripe.
And Spencer Dinwiddie has always been a great scorer, being used off the bench more and more. He has a great game to be a sixth man.
And the Nets decide to take their first time out here. Stolen by Tucker. For the finish. And Tucker slams it in.
Tucker forces the turnover, then immediately gets the ball up court. That's just an experienced, smart play.
Pass to Claxton. They get it back. And another shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
With Dinwiddie off the bench, he will always provide offense and ball handling.
A great point, Kevin. He can set up others, but usually looks for his own shot. Could be streaky at times with it, but when he gets it going, he can win you a game by himself.
Dinwiddie attacking. Looking to end the run. Pass to Claxton. .44 seconds left in the third quarter. Good D by Embiid.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Tucker a screen. Here's Maxey. That one's not going to go. The Nets go the other way with it. There's 21 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Claxton. Rebound by the 76ers.
No other way to put it. Just a rough quarter in terms of scoring. He has not been healthy at all.
Maxey attacking. And slam dunk by Maxey.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Timeout called the 76ers. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Thank you, David.
And you know, the unselfish attitude Harden has helps his team. Awesome at moving the ball. Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
The 76ers leading by 9. Now, here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. And he uses the glass on the layup. Embiid's got the lead up to 11 now for Philadelphia.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Inside. And Embiid throws it down.
It's basically been all him. I mean, he scored most of the points himself.
Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
The assist.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Here is Harden. Pass to Embiid. And Tucker has it in the corner. Hits the three-point bomb.
Tell you what, for a guy who's inconsistent from three, Tucker's showing you he can be scary out there at times for a defense.
Here's Claxton. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Embiid.
Even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And not doing anything to erase his reputation as a shaky free throw shooter. This game really only making it worse.
And they double up Embiid. Second shot opportunity. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trailed by 16. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Simmons to the inside. Bridges. Embiid with the steal. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. Pops in the layup for two. 34 points for Joel Embiid. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the 76ers.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
You know, we've got to talk about how they've continued to force turnovers and turn those turnovers into points. They came out aggressive, and they've not let up.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit. And, you know, this will be a big victory for them. They came out and executed their game plan, and what a huge win for Philadelphia.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with this win now, we're all square, 1-1. 2 more games yet to come in what's proving to be a very competitive season series.
Well, I tell you, look at these teams. They're very evenly matched. This could be one of the better in-conference battles we see this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Joel Embiid.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And they double up Embiid. Maxey in the corner. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. And the Nets with possession. They need this.
Ball entered from below the basket. Philadelphia ball.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
And here's Maxey. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily.
Time for flying your face, turn it in a Cause the not far away. Know where y'all stay. So let's keep it player while fighting. We can do all day. She wanna crash at my crib tonight, but she leave eyelashes and stupid my gon' find. With a Pikachu beanie on top of Murakami pillow eating Synagogue. A lot of come around me try to be the same, but I can't practice with no that's not in the game. I'm black, Irishman. When I started balling, I was sliding. I was in the club before I was 21. Now I'm with a savage and she 21. I used to rap 200s around 21s. What's I doing? Now I'm in Atlanta, shout out 21. Started in the back, now I'm in the front. In a do-rag and a beater like I'm Iverson. Yeah, they used to try to leave me out the flyer for the show. Now my trailer say it's Guap Dad on HBO. Get delivered to my... I'm in Cologne, smelling like buying cologne. Miami, it's not cold. No, we not on a boat, I'm on the river with my bros. We in trap with at least 15. I did 10,000 hours, then did 15 more. Cause I'm always trying to double my stats and team goals. In the middle like bingo, with no prize to take. So we both on the floor, but you ain't never played. You a fan, have a seat, sit down and watch the game. I'm black, Irishman, yeah. When I started balling, I was sliding. I was in the club before I was 21. Now I'm with a savage and she 21. I used to rap 200s around 21. Stupid young. Now I'm in Atlanta, shout out 21.